Backer. I forgot to make this video, so I'm putting it in now. How to diagnose food intolerances. So remember, there are food allergies, food intolerances. Allergies can be checked through tests, allergy tests. Many people do an allergy test, but it still comes back as being okay, but they've got problems with food. This is when you need to go on an elimination diet. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry about that. So the elimination diet is where you're going to take out, certain types of foods one by one, usually over several weeks, to see what happens, particularly if those foods get put back in a reverse order of onset. So you need to write down all the foods that you're currently eating, and then particularly the suspect ones need to be highlighted. You need to highlight them with a fluoro marker, and then they can get taken out one at a time over a several day period. Right? For example, the foods that you're going to highlight would be obviously cow's products like milk, there'd be wheat and gluten, there'd be corn, there'd be egg, there'd be fish, there'd be oranges, there'll be bananas, pineapple, soy, and of course all nuts, tree nuts, peanuts, hazelnuts, cashews, those sorts of things. All of those are highlighted. Other foods can be highlighted, which are sort of less common, but those would be the big hitters I just mentioned, okay? Especially the cow. When I first practiced, I worked with a medical doctor for a few years, and we did hundreds of, I think 350, over 300 food allergy tests on children under 5 in like a 2-year period. Hundreds of them we did. I found one of the key things that came back with kids especially, almost 70% of children that we suspected had allergies had a reaction to cow's milk. So cow's milk's the big one for children. I'm at the point in my practice when I finished where I really wasn't keen on any child under 1 year of age having any cow milk in its diet. That included whey protein, anything from a cow. Take that out. The child does better with breast milk. And also it builds up the antibodies in the child to a point where over time it will tolerate cow's milk. But if you get it in too early, you can really ruin things. So the cow's milk's a big one. And of course, wheat and gluten. Egg comes up surprisingly quick on test results. So, egg white, egg yolk. Chicken, never seen a chicken allergy. Seen plenty of egg allergies. I've seen beef allergies. Beef allergies do exist also. So when in doubt, go to doctor's data, go to Google, find them, and do a food allergy test. So if the test comes back okay, but you're still feeling bad, that's when you need to do the elimination diet. The elimination diet can also determine an allergy or non-allergy response, but you're better off, in my opinion, doing an elimination diet, working along with your naturopathic physician or nutritionist or someone who can work with you through that process. It's much easier working with a clinician than trying to sort all this mess out yourself. So that's basically how to diagnose the food allergy, is either through testing or elimination diet. You will pick up what it is. And remember, there are no quick fixes at all with this, all right? So even if you eliminated one food entirely, there could be a combination of foods or one smaller food that you eat every now and then that's causing a problem, all right? So you can read all about this on page 356 on diagnosing food problems. Let's see if there's anything else useful I can say here. I've seen several patients over the years that were non-responsive to any food allergy testing when I suspected a food allergy test, and only responded positively once certain food items were removed from their diet. I found that salicylate, amine, and glutamate sensitivities are more common than you think. That's why I've added them in the Candida Crusher. I've got whole sections on those things in there. Maybe you're at a loss as to why your allergy tests come back negative, but you've got issues with certain foods or drinks. It very well may be a salicylate problem, amines or glutamate. Be sure to avoid these foods and challenge yourself to see if this is still the case. You may find a sensitivity to naturally occurring food chemicals can sometimes be the cause of the intolerance, and these chemicals are salicylates, which are naturally found preservatives in a wide variety of fruit, vegetables, and spices. Amines, produced during fermentation, aging, ripening of the food, like cheeses, for example. And also glutamate, which is an amino acid found in many protein foods. The other one is gluten, but we know about gluten intolerance, and we know about celiacs as well. Lactose intolerance is relatively common, and that's because the person has insufficient lactase to break the lactose down. And that's entirely different, really. But it's incredible how many people do have milk allergies. So I had one very bad when I was young, but I'm pretty good with milk now. I can tolerate small amounts of milk. And as I say, a small amount in my coffee every day. I wouldn't be without it. It's just beautiful. And that's all I wanted to say in this video, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in, as per usual.